What's up? So this is gonna be a different video than what I normally do. I'm gonna be actually working on my car, my 4Runner back there, this guy. So I found these really great designs online from this guy called the Adventure Index. I will link these all below. These are the specs and the sheets for the actual drawers. But what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be building drawers in the back of the car. So drawers and slightly actually a platform too. So it'll pretty much go across here and it'll be able to fit all of the Pelicans in it so that the height of it will actually be able to fit this in theory, if I can measure right. But then eventually we're gonna build a platform that goes out to the back part out here that we can actually sleep on. And then we'll take the seats out and turn it into a little bit of an overlanding adventure rig so then we can go. The goal is eventually to drive to Canada. So drive up to Banff and then potentially over to New York. So that all depends on how much money I can get. Yeah, that's really all it really depends on, is how much I can get. If you guys want to donate, let me know. So we're working on this. Right now I'm starting out by drawing out all the different lines and stuff and sketching it out on the piece of plywood before we actually start putting it in, making sure it all fits and I have enough wood and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I know these aren't exactly right. I'll lose a little bit of dimensions, but as long as it fits pretty well, I think I'll be okay. So I'll bring you along for the ride, but if you are interested and you have a 4th gen Toyota 4Runner, these plans are available through the Adventure Index. So I will link those below. They're actually free, so go check them out and share them, because honestly, these really have so much specs and design on how to fit everything and contour it to the actual car. Since I have updated you guys on what happened. No time for you guys, but a couple hours for me. About 3 hours since I last spoke to you guys. A lot has happened with the progress of it. So I have, this is the top, I have both the bottoms made. I kind of fucked up right there and miscalculated, but that's fine. I have the sides here made. I have these pieces that will end up going in. End up going in here. That'll cap off that end. I'll end up putting a USB port either here or on the actual lid, so then I can plug in my phone in and charge it overnight, or have it right here. That's where the original guy has. But things are coming along, so I ended up doing one of them at a time, one of the sides, because these are the parts that I really want to try and make fit as well as possible. And I'm trying to leave a little bit of a gap in here, because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and put a little bit of like a door insulator on the end of it, just a little rubber thing so it doesn't shake when I'm driving around. So then what I ended up doing is take this and then I stenciled it on to this guy over here. You can see the line. Stenciled it on, and I'm about to jigsaw that out and then get it finished and cut, so then we can get it fit onto this side. And then that's one single piece of plywood. So I hope the other piece of plywood, I should be able to make the actual drawers and everything else. Worst case, I can just buy another piece of plywood, but plywood's about 50 bucks a sheet for this kind of, I don't even remember what wood this is. But I'll let you know exactly how many pieces you'll need in the description, or sheets, because that was one of the things he didn't describe in his video. So, but I'll keep you guys updated, and I'll see you in a second. Okay, we're back here, day 2. Still working on making these boxes. So we're gonna be putting everything together as much as we can today. We're not gonna get the actual hardware to put together in the mail until this weekend, I think, but I should be able to cut it out. The plan for today is get everything cut out and get it varnished or polyurethane or whatever I end up doing, just so I can get some sort of protectant. So I have most of the carcass done, which is the actual shells that go on the back of it. But I need to actually, I know for sure I'm gonna need a 3rd piece of plywood. So if you guys do this, you'll for sure need 3. I'll let you know at the end what it ends up being, but you'll for sure need 3. Okay, so now we're here at the end of the day, and kind of a little bit to update you guys on. Got most of the stuff cut out except for the inner right-hand box, which I'll cut out of this piece of wood that I got earlier today. What I'm working on right now is routering out, I don't know if that's the right term, routering out the edges here according to the plan. So I did this side. You can kind of see it. What has been updated since is I got a third piece of wood. I also got more parts for the rest of the car, which I'll show you guys later. So I got the isolator kit, and then I'm getting the rest of the battery and stuff early next week, it seems like. But all this stuff is all fitting. I can show you a little bit right here. This is this side. This is the side I don't like nearly as much. I still need to take this piece in a little bit, but fits pretty damn nice. Okay, back again. So after a long day's work, we finally have a representable thing. So the boxes are at least outlaid. This will all sit flat once it actually gets sat down, compressed together. So, but the color I think I decided on, the stain, is this wood stain classic gray. I think it would match the interior better than just having the wood color. And then for the polyurethane, I was gonna go with varnish, but that's out of the budget. So I just went with this polyurethane oil-based interior clear satin. So that's gonna be tomorrow's job, is taking all this apart again. I mean, it's not really a part, it's just taking it out, painting it all, and getting it to work. This piece of wood is gonna be for the right-hand drawer, because I still haven't made that yet. I have the left-hand drawer part sitting there, and somewhere else, I don't know. I think it's those two, and then the ends are somewhere else. This will be for the right-hand drawer, which I'm actually gonna copy the left-hand drawer, because I don't want that double drawer that's in the plans. I just think that's a little overkill for me, and it kind of seemed like it was a little bit of wasting space, so I kind of modified it slightly. But this piece of wood will be used for that, and it'll also be used for building out this front space. So that's something I'll work on tomorrow. So we'll be back in a second. What? We have one carcass, or one shell, I don't know, he calls it the carcass. One shell, one box. The lid isn't on because I still need to paint and lacquer it, and I decided I'm gonna do that with the lid off. Have most of the things cut. I just have this piece here. It has some more, pretty much another box. Cleaned everything up for the day. We're pretty much done. This is the color that I think I'm decided to stain it. So the reason why I went with this gray, which I normally wouldn't go with, the reason why I went with this is that it'll tie into the car. So this gray matches pretty well to the gray of the car, and you still get the wood grain through it, which is exactly what I wanted. And then we have a satin polyurethane that'll go over it. So definitely some figuring things out. So what I would recommend if you're gonna do this, get inch-long screws, not 3/4 inch, because at least with the plywood I have, it wasn't grabbing enough. So these silver ones here are actually 2-inch screws, so they go pretty deep in. I did that because that just adds so much more structural rigidity. I glued all the seams too. You can see glue here. Glued all the seams on everything. Just add some more strength, because who knows how much weight I'm gonna put into it. And the last thing I want is the bottom just to fall out. Okay, so now it's day 3, kind of doing a big warp here. Got a lot of stuff done today. Got one of the boxes, actual drawers made. I'm going a little bit off the plans. This box is gonna be the same on both the right and left hand side. The plans have been perfect up until now. So these sliders that I got weren't exactly the ones that were in spec. So not necessarily the design's fault, but I just wanted to save myself $100 and get a slightly different one. The biggest difference is these have less ball bearings through it. I thought these were a little bit, I think they're fine. I'm not gonna ever come near the 500-pound weight limit that these are rated for. But the biggest difference is where this will go. See, there's a little bit of a gap. So small difference, but still will have to be cut down. So yeah, everything else has pretty much been the same. Really getting some progress done. Almost about doing some stain and some of the lacquer. Say hi. Doesn't she look so cute? Okay, so this is day 4. Kind of warping a little bit ahead. We got these stained up here. Got the second box built again. It's just a square box. Still the same box that I made 2 days ago. Still sitting there. Everything's kind of coming along together pretty well. You have anything else to say?
I'm turning gray.
You are turning gray. This is probably not the best thing to do, so
Where
don't
should
yell
I
at us.
wash it?
So what are we doing now?
Finishing up the staining.
And then do you know what is next?
Assemble?
Well, it's mostly assembled. Oh, you're actually right. Assemble it all together. We gotta stain it. I gotta get it all in the car, make sure everything fits. Probably sand it down because something's not gonna fit. And then lacquer it. And then enjoy it. I've done a lot more after that, so stay tuned.